Carpenter bee traps, are they worth building? I'm back here at the barn and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. You know, I've been working on this wall back here, and like I mentioned, it's hot out and the carpenter bees are just going crazy. And it's kind of taking the enjoyment out of being here and doing the work and just enjoying myself. So, did a little research on these little buggers, and it turns out there are traps that you can make. So, watched a couple of those videos and said, you know what, it's free, I got the materials around, let's see if I can build them, and let's see what they work. Now you're going to see one hanging right here in front of me, beside me. And it looks pretty simple. It's a chunk of 4x4 and it's got a bottle screwed into the bottom of it, so how much time can that take? You know, I always like a good science experiment, so I decided to pull out some tools and try to make one of these things, and you know, they're easy enough to make. Let's see if they work though. That's the thing. I made one and I want to make a few more. I've got one hanging in here because they're just already buzzing around my head. I sprayed a couple of these holes up above here and I've already had like 4 of them drop out. It's like the killing fields around here. I want to make a few more. I'm going to hang some outside because they've been, you know, buzzing around out there by the fence posts and by the wall out here that I'm making. So I don't want them tearing into my new wood, so I'm going to see if I can discourage them from making homes here. Since I've already made one, I'll take you along and show you how I make the next one. Now you don't really need much to make these. They're pretty simple. I've got a couple chunks of 4x4 here, and these are cut to about 5 inches, 5.5 inches. These are pressure treated, and that's not the best thing because, you know, they will avoid pressure treated lumber usually, but I've got a couple fence posts out there that say otherwise. They are completely, you know, chewed up. So hopefully they will not be fooled by the pressure treated 4x4s. And you just need some kind of plastic drink bottle, and this is what they will eventually end up in. At least that's the hope. I've also got like a 1-inch spade bit here, and I've got a 3/8 inch drill bit chucked up in the drill press. So the process is pretty simple. I'm going to have to drill all 4 sides of this 4x4, and I'm going to do 2 of them. So I've set up my drill press with just a little stop block here, and I've got the table set to 45 degrees. The idea is the bees are going to go into the hole that you drill. They're going to go up into the center chamber, and then when they decide that they don't like it, they try to get back out. They go to the top, they look out, and the holes that are up here do not directly let the sunlight in because the holes are angled. They see shadow instead of direct light, and they think that's not the way out, and the clear bottle down below is brighter than the hole out here, so they get confused and they stay down. I don't know why bees are so dumb, and it might not work. We're going to keep an eye on them, see if they work. So I've got to drill angled holes up through here that are 45 degrees, so I've got my table set up for that now. Now I'm just going to mark for the center of my 4x4 and drill straight through with my spade bit. Now I can see that I've met the other holes. So now we just need to put a screw in the top so that it can be hung up and put a bottle in. Now I noticed with the 1-inch hole that I've drilled here, the bottles don't really screw in that well. So all I have to do is take this 1-inch spade bit and wallow it out a little bit. Now they should go right in. There you go. And there you have it, a trap. I'll let you know if they work. Now there are some caveats with these bee houses. I've already mentioned the one about not using pressure treated lumber, but that's all I had. But they also say, from what I read, that to get best results for your, you want the bees to come stay in your motel, so you have to wipe out the competition. So they say to go through for the holes that they've already drilled to patch them up and not give them any alternatives to your house for where to stay. But what I did do is I got some WD-40 spray and used the little straw on the end, poked it into the hole, and just tried to douse it. And let me tell you, when you do that, they back out pretty soon. And usually you can then get them on the ground, take care of them there. But so far I've seen nothing. It's only been like an hour or so. But in the next few days I'll see if we get any tenants in our new hotel. We're back here in the barn. I wanted to check up on my bee traps to see how they've been doing. It's been about 10 days. See if we caught anybody. I thought this would be interesting because what I saw on the internet that tells you how to build them, they always say, oh yeah, these things work, but I never saw like a before and after. They never showed the proof in the pudding. So I thought it'd be interesting for you to see what I caught after 10 days. Here's the first one. I think this one was outside. This guy was inside. And this one also was inside. Not very impressive, and none of these are carpenter bees. These are just the dumb little bees. I think they were crawling in to get the remains of the Lipton iced tea that was in the bottom of the bottles. So, no carpenter bees. Now, again, these were pressure treated 4x4s. That might have been all it took to keep them away from it. If I ever find myself at the store buying non-pressure treated 4x4s, I'll try this again. I'm not completely writing it off yet. It's just, my application of it didn't work. So, carpenter bee traps, are they worth building? I don't know. If you build some and you get better results than I did, mark it down below and let me know. I'm curious to see what other people's results are.